But as you guys mentioned, Micah Parsons, he is in Green Bay and he is, doing the local media rounds there in Packertown. And he did they're calling it a TV show, but to me it looks like a podcast with Packers.com. And it was about a 20-minute interview with him. Jordan Love had a little piece, another couple players, little pieces. And in the conversation with Micah, they brought up and asked him, what he's most looking forward to now that he's out of the spotlight in Dallas. He's in Green Bay. Here's the exchange.
Micah, are you getting the sense, and I know it's just first impressions, that Green Bay is going to be a real good fit for you?
Yes. Just focus on ball. I think I'm going to just take a break from everything. I'm just so ready to just focus on this thing that what's really it's all about. And that's just football right here, what we love. And I think here it's just all about ball. They pour everything into this football. And this is probably what I did in my life. And I told my family, they said, "Are you happy?" I said, "I couldn't be happier. I feel it." Like you ever just had that feeling like you're just like, I think I made the right decision. And that's exactly what I feel.
And, of course, on Packers.com TV BS show that they had, they didn't ask him. So when they said he's all about football, did you giving up your podcast?
Yeah.
Are you done with the podcast? Hey, there was some pushback from some of your former teammates in Dallas about the podcast. Is that over now? Are you doing it here? No, they just it's all about football or whatever. And Rob G, you're the one who said he's making $10 million off of that?
Allegedly, reported.
That sounds like a lot of money. But anyway.
He's making something off of it.
Right.
I think he also has a seat with the Bleacher Report Sports, like he's on the board or something like that.
It's still a lot, even for the Bleacher Report. $10 million for one podcast is a lot of money. But anyway, my point is that he has something to prove here. Like to me, Micah Parsons, because he can spin it any way he wants, just like Luka, Micah was dumped. A player of his ilk and talent and his age, they don't get moved. He was dumped by the Dallas Cowboys, and guess what? He comes to Green Bay. He got any hardware? Did the Cowboys win a Super Bowl?
Nope.
Did he win Defensive Player of the Year at all? No, he has nothing. He has absolutely nothing. And now comes his time. What are you about? Are you about are you going to win something with Green Bay? Are you going to be Defensive Player of the Year and focus in and put all your interest and all your time and energy? You can do other things. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. But if you're winning and doing stuff like that, and you can make that happen. I honestly believe that this is make or break. He might wind up being like a really good player, you know what I mean, to have a really good career. But is he going to be an all-time great? Will he live up to the talk in the beginning about he was the next LT? He was the next Lawrence Taylor. We're not even having those conversations anymore because the Cowboys' defense was bad. He was on it, whether he wants to take responsibility or not. They were giving up 40 points like it was going out of style. And he has something to prove to me. He's not home free because I don't even believe that him signing with the Packers made them the overwhelming favorite to get to the Super Bowl or win it.
So I think Micah Parsons is in a situation, I mentioned that. He can hit a hard reset, and not necessarily in the talent. We know how good he is. We know he's, if he were to do the same thing he did a few more times, meaning another 7-8 years of this, he'd be headed to get a gold jacket. But what Micah has to also do is realize he is now in a football-focused team. He's in a football-focused town that doesn't need all the extra stuff, doesn't need all the shenanigans, doesn't do well with that, and he doesn't have to match the energy of an owner. Jerry Jones does all the TV shows, does radio, does this, does commercials. He's Jerry Jones, and then you want to do that because it's a star, and it's the cheerleaders, and it's this, and it's just that aura, and we're in Big D, it's Dallas. Man, this is small Green Bay. Ain't nothing else happening. We locked into football. We didn't even have an owner. We got a bunch of people that invested that they're all owners of this team. And I think he can go in there and become possessed with football again. You absolutely need to blow off steam. You absolutely need outlets. And he'll find those things. But what you don't need to do is come in and making it all about you and the podcast and this and start already coming in. Because what happens is you don't want that first, let's say they start off 3-0. looking good, feeling good. He's got 5 sacks in 3 games. And then they say they go 1-3. And now, well, I did my part. I got a couple sacks. You didn't do that. It was a defensive backs. What kind of play calling was that? You don't want to do that and start to alienate this new team, this new home, this new environment, this new organization. So he absolutely, to me, take this opportunity to look inward and say, I'm gone from there, or remove myself, moved on, we broke up. What do I need to do? And tap into that. And again, nobody's saying, even if you do a podcast, do it on something else. Maybe he loves Star Wars. I don't know.
How about do it in the offseason? How about that?
Well, the reason why I say that is because I do think we overstate, we meaning the non-players in the world. You've been covering that league since when?
1987.
So you know just as well as I do. Man, let me tell you who blows off steam. These guys, they're going.
There's a lot of stuff you can do, and I'm not saying that you got to go to your room and you can't do anything. The podcast to me are distracting.
Right, so I'm saying my thing was if he took 2 hours out of his week to do a pod, but it was about NBA, it was about Star Wars, it was about movies, it was about how I don't know if he has children now, but my point is I get he wants to do something. He views himself as this is my next career, this is my path. I'm starting it now like a Jalen Rose did. I was still playing, but I was doing stuff with TNT and all that and ESPN. So I get that, but it can't be talking about you, your coaches, and your teammates. That just doesn't go well.
I think if he does not give up the podcast, it tells you that the Cowboys were right and that he's not totally serious about football. If that podcast continues in Green Bay, I would be, if I'm a Packer fan, I would not be happy. I'm dead serious.
I got a question for you. Question for you and Rob G. Are we having the same conversation? Because we sat up here and we all talked about and this is me really asking, like I'm formulating my thoughts because it just hit me. Travis Kelce sat up here and told us, I need to do this. I was focused. I got to lock in. I realized I was doing too much. Then he goes on and has Taylor Swift come on the pod. Week later, we find they did the whole big proposal going everywhere. And to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, the pod's continuing. They're still doing the pod, right? And I'm wondering if is Travis Kelce in this same boat where I need to lock in? Hey, big bro.
Well, we already know that, and he didn't even have to tell people. People know that he's cut thin.
Oh, we've seen too much.
And we've seen it.
He's doing way too much. He's hosting Saturday Night Live. He's in movies.
He's a shell of himself as a player. But the difference is, unlike Micah, he's at the end of his career, and he's going to the Hall of Fame. Do you know what I mean? Like Micah's still
he's in the prime.
In his hanging in the balance. He could wind up ascending to that, because remember, he has no hardware, so you could say he's going to the Hall of Fame, but not just off of 12 sacks a season. Where's your defensive player of the year? Where's your MVP? Where's your Super Bowl? You went to Green Bay, and you got them over the hump.
Let me tell you,
where's your sack in the playoffs? He didn't even have. He has one sack against Tom Brady after his his cleat fell off. That was it.
He has to have postseason memories. And I wrote down a lot of guys who went crazy in the postseason, and we know that their defensive was a large part of the reason. Justin Tucker, Michael Strahan. Aaron Donald was a grown man on the Rams' way to a Super Bowl win. Von Miller was a grown man on multiple teams on the way to Super Bowls. Chris Jones has been a grown man in the postseason several times over for the Chiefs. James Harrison, Reggie White, who was a Packer and did that with the Packer, he needs to start making playoff moves and possessions and plays. We need to see Micah make postseason plays henceforth. They were a postseason last year, should be in the postseason this year, if all things play out for them, and he needs to start making postseason plays like some of them guys.
Would you be sick if they win the division? Because I don't think the Lions will win the division.
I'm not doing this with you.
You already, all those Michigan, all those Detroit fans are sick.
So who's winning?
Are sick.
Who's winning? That's fine if they're not winning.
I had the Packers before this, even before the Micah trade. Okay. Yeah. Because the Lions
don't even like Love.
The Lions are. I don't. I'm
not a big love. You don't even like Love.
I don't like. Right. I told you.
Or
that.
The player.
But I knew that the Lions were going to take a step back for the coordinators, and they're not playing the AFC South like they did a year ago, where they got fat off of that.
This is the easiest wings I've ever. I can't wait. I just want to fall asleep and wake up, and it's like December 28th, and they already have the Lions clinched the playoffs.
Remember, you're going to be like, the Lions didn't make the play. Rob was right again.
Rob G,
Rob was right about Micah. Rob was right about. I mean, I can't be right on everything. There's a couple that I didn't get.
Well, this is
I
your
was
couple.
close. I was
This
a
is
couple.
this is your couple.
There was a couple, but I was man.
You were wrong on a couple.
If you
too.
listen to the Odd Couple, you feel like you got insight.
No.
That's
No.
what makes this show. Alex, how many times you get?
Alex, this man screamed at me that Josh Allen wasn't going to MVP, and I screamed it and told him he was. This man screamed at me and told me Eli was getting the Hall of Fame, and he didn't.
It didn't even make sense. You know what? If I gave you all the ones that I was right, we'd be
You
here
do
all
give
day.
us. You stand on
We'll
the
be here
table.
all
And
day.
what do you mean, Rob? You stand on the table.
He's still on the same two.
No,
that's okay.
I'm on several.
He said that
every week.
Jerry Jones. Oh, this is what he do all the time. You know, he just want to be out there and be out front. But
Alex.
he's going to sign him. He's going to sign him at
watch
the
this.
end. That's what he
Alex,
said.
the two teams he picked to lose every week both went 15-2.
I don't pick him to lose every week. Now, you know that ain't even true.
The best part about
That's
this
why
is
I beat you in the pigskin pickoff,
You
because I
did.
picked him every week.
and the 1 week it finally worked for you, the Super Bowl.
And I told you that all year that they wouldn't win the Super Bowl, and I told you that the Lions wouldn't get to the Super
I'm
Bowl.
not
Did I
listening to
not?
nothing you talking about. Both of them.
Both
teams.
of them.
Rob G kept track. How many times was it Rob G that he picked against the Lions? It was like 12, right?
No, it was not.
Yeah,
Rob G.
12
no,
times.
It was not. All right, 877-99 on Fox.
lucky I love you like a play cousin.
877-99. 877, you got me all mixed up now. 877-996-6369. How much pressure is on Micah Parsons in Green Bay? We'll continue that conversation next with you. If he still has a podcast, would you look at him a little funny or not?
Come on, Micah.
Let's start with Scott in North Kakalaki. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Scott?
Kelvin, Rob, what's up? How y'all doing?
Doing
Man, how
good,
you,
brother.
bro.
I'm doing good. Crazy trade. I think Micah, if he goes to a pot again, I mean, that's just him being him. You can't blame him for that. His production on the field do got to step up. Against the Eagles, the whole team, though, Jordan Love in particular threw 3 picks. So, I mean, he got to step up, too. So, I mean, it's a good trade, but we're the best team in the NFC. So, I don't think, they're going this year. But in the future, they got promise.
Who's the best
Who's
team?
you said we. Yeah, who's we?
You talking about the Packers?
Oh, the Eagles. I know. y'all know.
Eagles. That's what I
All right,
thought you were
just making
Eagles
sure.
fan.
Making sure.
All
Yeah, you
right.
sounded like the way you set it up. We couldn't tell if you were talking about the Packers or the Eagles.
All right, Scott. We
Appreciate
appreciate you. Thank you.
No,
Yeah.
you good, Scott. Appreciate you, brother.
How about Joe in Michigan? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Joe?
Hey, gentlemen, how we doing today?
Doing well.
Rob, you are killing me with this Lions take, bro.
I don't know why you
Killing
doing it,
me.
Joe.
I'm just. You don't think they're gonna take a step back with the coordinators? and-
No, you said no postseason. Step back is fine. They
Okay.
go 13-4.
Okay. I can see maybe a minor step back from the coordinators. Campbell sets the environment. He sets the tone there. And then what killed me was we feasted on the AFC South. We were 15-2 with another 14-win team in our division and still won it.
No, and then you know why they were. You know why they won 14 games? Because they also feasted on the AFC. Like all the teams, they had a division. The Packers won 11 games, the Vikings won 14, and the Lions won 15. Joe, why do you think that was?
What? We did it with plumbers.
No.
off the street playing
I'm
defense.
asking you, why did the Packers win
Joe,
11?
fight back, Joe.
I'm asking you, why did the Packers win 11 games? Why did the Vikings win 14? And why did the Lions win 15?
Well, the AFC South had something to do with
Okay,
that, but
that's my point.
Can we agree that the Lions also swept the North?
But my point was that they got fat off the AFC. That's all, the AFC South.
Man.
So 4 wins out of 15?
They all did.
Listen, you ain't got to tell me. They beat the 49ers. They beat the Rams. You know what I mean?
You know who they
smacked
didn't
up
beat,
the
Joe?
Seahawks. They smacked
You know
up
who they
Dallas.
didn't beat, Joe?
They smacked up
You know who they didn't beat, Joe?
the Texans.
Kelvin, you know who they didn't beat,
Who they
though?
didn't beat?
They didn't beat the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, that's the one we didn't get. I
Okay,
give you that.
yeah.
I give you that. 15-2. Boy,
Chi-
I tell you. You yell at 15-2 there, and you yell at the team that went to the Super Bowl.
Chili Tim in Atlanta, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
Yo, what up, Ron? What up, Kelvin?
How you?
I'm good, man. How you guys doing?
Doing well, man.
Good. Hey, Rob, I might be going to Hawaii pretty soon. My daughter she just left Japan. Now she's stationed in Pearl Harbor. So
Oh, is that
she's
right?
in the Navy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congrats, brother.
Yep, that's amazing.
But Rob is right on one thing. Before I get to my point, the Patriots for years feasted on that. On the
Yes.
they could pencil in 6 wins easy. I mean, come on, man.
When you win that, right, and that's what I'm talking about. When you have they were just easy. They didn't even have to win that many other games. You know what I mean?
No, right. But with the Micah and the Packers, I think he kind of has a built-in early excuse because of the back. But I think where his money is going to be made and where his the pressure is going to come on him, because they've made the playoffs without him. But they brought you in to put us over the hump. So the playoffs is where he's going to make his money.
He has to.
If they don't get past where they've been, they kind of dive, go past that, and that's where, you're going to know if it's really worth the money or the trade. And so, yeah, that's his thing is going to be in the playoffs. So, they'll give him a chance to kind of work his back in, work his way into the how the scheme and things. But come playoff time, there's no more excuses for him. You're surrounded by other great defensive players. You have Geary, you have good linebackers, good young team. Like, there'll be no excuse for you not to succeed, to come up short in the playoffs.
Now, Chili Tim, one other thing. If he keeps rolling with the podcast, what does that say to you? If he goes to Green Bay and feels compelled to keep that going?
He has to realize Green Bay is a different type of organization. They're not like the Cowboys. The Green Bay is kind of like, this is kind of the first year that they've kind of done things, drafting receiver and making trades. But for the most part, they're a different organization. They want you to kind of keep your head down, go out there and work. So I think he's going to have to learn how to taper it back a little bit, because if those fans don't embrace him, if he's out doing other things like that, I think it could backfire on him. So I think he may need to taper it down and maybe just kind of, do it at the end of the season or something. But I think his first year, he needs to concentrate on football.
No doubt.
You get him a Super Bowl, and then they don't care what you say.
Exactly.
Chili, appreciate you.
Yep. And especially when you first go there and
just come in there and do it right, man.
Coming with all the comments from teammates, you know what I mean, from Dallas now, all that stuff out there.
Dude, he was saying a lot on that podcast.
And we said it anyway.
We were saying it in real time.
Year.
Like, all right, yo, you got it. He was saying a lot.